Hello everyone, welcome to another lecture of general medicine where I make a difficult, boring topic easy to learn, and for that I shall be referring to this mind maps book for general medicine by MedStudyGo. You can get this book for yourself from any e-commerce platform like Amazon, Flipkart, Dentalcard, or the website of MedStudyGo, because this book contains all the topics of general medicine in a very sorted and organized manner. Like as I can show you over here, all the topics, they are created in the form of a flowchart so that you can start the topic from the center, radiate around its boundary, and read all the headings for that topic. So let's get into the lecture for today, which is mumps. To start off with the topic, what is mumps and why does it happen? So mumps is basically a systemic viral infection which is characterized by the swelling of the salivary gland, especially the parotid gland. Infection is spread by the respiratory droplets from other infected people. The etiology is the single-stranded RNA Paramyxovirus. So it's an RNA virus which is involved over here. It is a viral infection, not a bacterial one. So what happens exactly when this organism enters the body of a human? So humans are the only natural hosts for this virus, and the primary replication occurs in the upper airway mucosal epithelium. So when the virus enters the body, it gets lodged in the upper respiratory tract. Over there, it lodges in the mucosal epithelium itself. Then via the blood, it spreads around the body and causes viremia. So infection of the mononuclear cells, which are the antibody cells in the body, in the regional lymph node promotes viremia. So those cells are going to try to combat this virus which is present in the body, but that is going to spread the virus more because now the virus is going to multiply along with the cells of the body. So this leads to overall systemic inflammation in the body throughout. And this systemic inflammation will be manifested in the form of gland inflammation, swelling, and pain. So what are the clinical features which the patient is going to present with? There is going to be generalized inflammation of the body. So the symptoms can vary according to the amount of viral load which is present in the body. So there can be meningitis and encephalitis in the nervous system, headache, fever, malaise because generalized inflammation and infection is present. The must remember point over here is that parotitis is going to be there, which is inflammation of the parotid gland. It is present between the earlobe and the angle of the mandible, generally bilateral, and the swelling increases for few days and then it gradually subsides, disappearing within 1 week on itself. There's going to be anorexia and myalgia because the patient is going to feel a weakness feeling of fullness, loss of appetite, and muscle pain is going to be there. So the prodromal symptoms are going to be of those of any infection like headache, fever, malaise, myalgia, etc. There's going to be difficulty in eating and swallowing because the respiratory tract is involved and inflamed, which leads to pressure on the food pipe as well. And there's going to be orchitis and oophoritis in males and females, which is the inflammation of the reproductive system also. So inflammation in the body overall can lead to symptoms in any part of the body, and hence that way you can write down the clinical features for this disease. So after we know the clinical features, we need to know how to diagnose a patient for the infection of mumps. For that, the investigations which can be done are clinical observation, which is the signs and symptoms. Secondly, serological tests can be done to actually resonate which virus is present. For that, ELISA is done. Then RT-PCR test is done, wherein buccal swabs can be taken, and they appear to be best because there is going to be viral load in all the serums of the body. Lastly, serum IgM antibodies will also be present because they are the antibodies involved in combating against a virus or any chronic systemic infection. After we come to a confirmatory diagnosis, now there are two ways of managing any disease. Either you prevent it or you treat it. For prevention, there are vaccines like the MMR vaccine, which is actually for measles, mumps, and rubella. But mumps does not have any exclusive vaccine. So it is given via the MMR vaccine only, wherein the live attenuated vaccine is given as written over here. So after we know that, either we can prevent it or we can treat it. For the treatment, there is going to be self-resolution of the infection because as the virus is going to be combated by the body, the load will decrease and the signs and symptoms will vanish off. Other than that, we can give analgesics for whatever pain is present in the body or inflammation is there. Application of warm or cold compresses can be required according to the area and the type of the swelling and inflammation which is present. Lastly, MMR vaccine is given if the patient is deficient for that. One thing to know for dental relevance is that a patient can complain of pain at the angle of mandible and between the earlobe and the mandible, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is dental pain. It can be a pain of mumps and parotitis. Therefore, adequate differentiation must be made before treating any tooth unnecessarily. So for that, differential diagnosis for mumps involves allergic reactions, mastocytitis, which is the mastoid process getting swollen, measles, orchitis, and pediatric HIV infection, because all these diseases actually lead to generalized inflammation. Therefore, a correct differentiation is must. If the treatment is not done correctly or adequately, there can be complications because the inflammation can get involved and can become severe in the body in any other organ. For example, encephalitis in the brain, sensorineural hearing loss if hearing nerve is getting inflamed, mastitis, polyneuritis, pancreatitis if organs get involved, orchitis, and even pneumonia. So these are complications which are easily associated with mumps, and they can get severe if the treatment is not adequate or it's not done timely. So this is how you can wrap up the topic of mumps. But one thing which you must know is that beyond the university exams which you prepare for, you must prepare for NEET exam if you're interested in doing postgrad in dentistry. And for that, the resource which you need to use is this Beyond the Mind Map resource, available on the app of MedStudyGo. Now, this is something which has been curated according to the previous year questions which have been asked in the exam for the NEET PG. So for that, you can refer to this Beyond the Mind Map resource. For example, I'm going to tell you something like, according to the question which came in AIMS exam, it was said that a child has a unilateral hearing loss, mostly on the left side, and it is an acute viral infection. So what will be the disease? So as per the prevalence, it has been seen that the patients with unilateral or single-sided hearing loss and with viral load in the body is the case of mumps. So you must relate this question accordingly and take the correct answer. Now, what is the classic AIMS answer? The common point which they put in the question and expect the answer to be mumps is most common cause of unilateral acquired hearing loss in children. And the hearing loss is typically sudden, profound, and permanent. Most of the cases it's seen in 5 per 10,000 cases. So this is the prevalence. So this is how you can read certain points for the questions which have already been asked from this topic in previous years. Other thing which you can also see is that in the cases of measles, that in the cases where hearing loss is present other than mumps is measles, varicella zoster infection, bacterial meningitis, HIV, HSV. Now these all also have hearing loss, but we need to differentiate according to the virus which is present as to which infection is actually present. For example, there can be some questions which are going to distract you to mark the wrong answer. For example, CMV also has hearing loss, but that is not acquired. It is in utero infection. Then rubella also has hearing loss, but again, it is not acquired. It is congenital. EBV infection also has hearing loss, but it is a not single-sided hearing loss as typical to mumps. And lastly, mumps is acquired unilateral hearing loss in children, which is the classic answer for this disease. So you can visualize so many resources like this one Beyond the Mind Map category on the app of MedStudyGo. And once you have watched this video, read this topic from all the resources you want to, you must come back to solving some questions, because that is how you can prepare yourself for the exam, even the Viva questions and the NEET exam questions. For example, I have a flashcard over here. How can mumps be prevented? So it can be prevented by the MMR vaccine. You flip over the question and you get the answer and explanation wherever required. And you can even solve some questions based on the MCQ pattern, like mumps is caused by which of the following: a DNA virus, RNA Paramyxovirus, RNA Flavivirus, or DNA Papovirus. So yes, we've learned that this is the answer. You just flip over the question and you'll get to know the answer. Also, you'll get the explanation as to why option A, B, C, D is or is not an answer. So you can get all this explanation and all these resources on just one app, which is available for iOS as well as Android, and it is the app of MedStudyGo. You must subscribe to this channel of YouTube, view all the videos of general medicine, create a playlist for yourself, open the Mind Maps book or the Mind Maps on the app itself and read them side by side. Create your notes over there itself, and your topic should be covered in under less than 20 minutes. If you like this video, do hit the like button, keep following us for more such videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.